right, we'll do mids first. Agni is good. Agni's good. Yeah, Agni's really good, but not like OP, the best must play. Opwash is bad. AMC is actually pretty good. I kind of think AMC is probably slept on really hard right now, dude, because you can kill tanks as well with that ult. I think I'm gonna put AMC in good. On her, I wouldn't play on her. Anubis, I would say below average. He actually got worse with the patch. Aphrodite, I would say is bad. Baba Yaga, I would say is average. Honestly, yeah, I'd say average. It's really easy, I feel like, to dive Baba, even though Baba is fairly defensive. Maybe tank Baba. I don't know if tank Baba really carries that weight anymore though. Chunga is one of the best by far. Wouldn't play Charybdis. Chernobog, I guess you could play. I'd say Chernobog would be below average. Kronos, I would say, is probably average or clear is decent. Chiron, I would put in good. Chiron's being slept on in the mid lane. I haven't seen it like at all yet, but it's definitely good. Danza, I would put in average. Disco, I would put in average. Disco's ult does one shot squishy though. If you wanted to know, I got one shot by it over and over and over again. Where are we at? Oh yeah, Charon. Charon mid is back for sure. Actually bad. Cleo gets played a lot of mid. I think it's bad. I think it's maybe not bad. It's below average. It's playable. ESET, I'd say, is average. Weird laning phase, easy to dive. Good objective secure though. Hebo, I would say, is probably bad. I'd say Hebo's bad. I don't think you should play Hebo mid. Hell, I would say, is below average. Playable. Good late game. Bad early and laning phase. Harris, very average. Echel is very good. Almost at the top. But because of her positioning, I'm not putting it any higher. Janice, I think, is one of the best, but you need to be a Janice player, and most people are not Janice players. Kukulkan, I think, is slept on right now, and he's good. I would not play Mammon. Marticarus is good. MLF is good. Medusa is one of the best mids. Merlin is good. Neath is good. There's a lot of good here. There's a lot you can play in a lot of these roles, man, and it feels solid. Nuwa, we're putting in below average. She's not safe enough. Anzi has Danza and SS because of his jungle game. Yeah, I think Andy went nuts on that god, but I don't think that god is that good. Where were we? Nox. Nox is probably... Dude, honestly, I'm gonna put Nox in below average. I need to play some Nox. She might be kind of good now that she can clear and play aggro. Alderaan, I wouldn't really play in mid much, but if you did, I'd put him in bad. Persephone, I would put in below average. Her kit just isn't super strong. Poseidon, I would also put in below average because Aegis exists. Ra, I would put in average. It's all about positioning. Raijin, similar situation. It's all about positioning when you are trying to cast that one and not getting jumped on. Scylla is one of the best mids in the game right now. Top 5, probably top 4. You could probably get away with Scotty mid, but I wouldn't really recommend it, so I'm not going to put it on there. Soul, I'd put it below average. Decent pressure, but not insane. The Morrigan, I'd put at average. Thoth, I would put at good. Where are we at? Are we at Tiamat already? Tiamat, I would put at average. The tankiness of Tiamat doesn't really get felt. Vulcan, I would put at average. He got nerfed. Yu Wong, I would put it good. Yu Wong is very, very strong right now. That all one shots. Zeus, I would put at average. It's all about his positioning and how fast he dies. How easy it is to jump on him. Zhong Kui, I would put it good. Zhong Kui's damage might be one of the highest bursting mages outside of Scylla in Smite currently. Did I miss any mages? I wouldn't play Nut in mid. There's some assassins you could argue, but I kind of think people are trolling, forcing assassins. Hades mid, I'd say, is really bad. Any other hunters or anything you would really think about playing mid? Probably not. Wait, Baron. I did skip Baron. Baron's not good in mid. Where's Baron? Am I blind? I am blind. There he is. Baron, I'd say, is below average. Playable, not completely worthless. Definitely better than these bad gods, but nowhere near average. I wouldn't play Jing mid. I wouldn't play Ishtar mid. AA hunters are bad, so you'd be looking at ability hunters, and even the ability hunters, there's only a couple that you're really playing in mid. Medusa, Neath, Ul. Did I do Ul? No, I didn't place Ul. Ul I'd put at probably average. Once he can clear the wave and be aggressive, it's kind of filthy what he can do, but you need to get to that point. Most assassins, I truly believe people were over the top with like playing assassins in the role. Everybody I've seen Tsukiyomi mid like 30 times and it gets farmed and is the worst character in the whole game every single time. Same with Tsukiyomi ADC. Set mid, I guess, isn't terrible. I'd say set mid is probably average for an assassin because he can play from range and he doesn't need to be up on the creeps. Freya is not a mid laner, not at all. No, you're not playing Wukong in mid. No, I wouldn't play Nut in mid. Maybe ADC. I think this is my mid tier list. I think if I were to make a top 5 gods for mid, it would definitely be Chunga 1, Medusa 2. I think I'd put Scylla 3. Maybe Yu Wong 4 and Thoth 5 because I think Janus players being good is rare. So for your like 98% of the player base, that's probably the case. And the other 2%, Janus would go up and probably take like, maybe take Thoth's spot or maybe take Yu Wong's spot. I don't know. They're kind of like tied for me 4 or 5. I also think there's sleepers here. EHL, if you're good at positioning. Karon, I think, is busted. A bunch of the ability hunters have the freest lanes ever. I want to see AMC get played. I might play AMC if I can get a mid game. I haven't gotten mid. I've gotten ADC every game if I'm not queuing mid. Oh, you can play Art. Yeah. I did for Artemis. Artemis, you could play. I'd honestly put Artemis in like a good tier for mid because she can clear and poke, and her poke is more than enough to get a kill. Like you don't even need all. You could just 3 somebody multiple times and you'll kill them. Get 3 threes off and they're dead. Yeah, I need to try some Nox and some AMC gameplay. So here's my mid tier list. Let's go through the ADCs. I think Honor is good. I think Honor is one of the best auto attack based ADCs because of his ability damage still being super high. Where most gods have to build around ability damage to do ability damage, he does not. And then his autos slam. So I do still like on her a lot. I think Apollo is below average. Lane phase in a team fight is just weak. Medusa, one of the best ADCs for sure. Same as one of the best mids, if not the best. Soul, I would say, is actually average. She gets lane control, and lane control is insanely valuable at all levels of play. Martikris, I would say, is good because of his safety and his lane clear. Chiron, I would say, is... Chiron I'd put more towards average, I feel like, as an ADC. I think he's just a better mid, and I think he's almost always been like that. AMC, probably a similar boat to Chiron, but less safe, so I'm going to move him down. Neath, I'd say, is an average ADC. Ul, I would say, is average because his laning phase. His fight is awesome, though, but his laning phase is weak. Art, I would put in good control, good laning phase, good fight, good poke, everything you need. Surd is probably the worst hunter in the game. I wish he was the best. Charybdis, sleeper, heavy pressure god right now. Putting her in good. Plus, she's safe as fuck. There was somebody I was looking at. You could technically play Cleo. I would put Cleo at below average. Just a weird laning phase into fighting. Plus, these hunters can fight you. So it's not smart or safe to play. Freya, I would say, is bad. Olaron, I would say, is below average. His ult's still in too long of a timer. Heimdall is super average still because AA seems average. Heimdall is below average. He's safe, but he sucks. Ho Yi, I'd put it below average because of lane clear, but fighting is actually pretty solid. Ishtar, good lane phase, but weird late game fights. Put her in average. She's got a lot of pressure. Jingwei, one shot, I would say go it because I think crit is probably the best meta next to ability hunters. But then you're playing Assassin Jingwei, essentially. So I can't place that higher than average currently. Izanami, low levels, she's higher because she guarantees a free lane. Higher levels, she's lower because she just dies, and that free lane does nothing. What else we got here? Nut, I would say, is underperforming because of her lack of safety. With the old meta, you could live forever. You can't do that anymore. Rama, super average because AA hunters seem to be slacking a good amount. Scotty, I actually think Scotty is very good. I think all the ability hunters are really good. I skipped Cupid. Yeah, because Cupid sucks. Cupid's bad. Still can't lane clear. They want a duality to be a Cupid item, by the way, and there's no way it works. No possible way it works. Did I skip anyone else? Kronos, I'd say, is kind of bad. Him as an ADC has always been pretty bad. Shabalanka is fair. I'd say average. Better than he was for a long time. That's what I was looking at. It was Jean Kui, dude. Jean Kui with mannequins AA build or mannequins Bancroft's AA build is cracked. This will stomp so many of your games. Highly recommend this. I wouldn't play Zeus or Poseidon as an ADC. I think you're trolling if you do that. Is there actually no other ADCs? Oh, Danza's fucking kind of cracked as an ADC. I think he's nuts. His lane clear and poke is, you don't see it coming, and then once he's able to be aggressive with his ult, it's over. The lane just snowballs out of your control. I did Chernobog, did I not? Did I not do Chernobog? There's Chernobog, you're right, I didn't. Chernobog's average. The ult's solid, but his laning phase is not aggressive enough or controlling enough, I feel like, to play that. All the hunters? Tell me if you see anything. Anyone missed? Anybody? I think we're good. Nah, Balloon ADC is not good. If you're trying to force these assassins into the role, you're going to get cooked. You might snowball out of control on people who are bad, non-ADC support players, which, you know, are going to do that on anything. So it's kind of pointless.